Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Hungry Man 97. Today we're talking about the 1991 Upper Deck set and its errors. Notable rookies in the set are Chipper Jones, Jeff Bagwell, Mike Mussina. They actually came out with a final edition, a later release that had Pedro Martinez and Jim Thome as rookies. They've got some value in them. And we also want to announce a partnership we have today with GruntTalksMLB.com. Darren is over there hosting my videos. I'm not paying him. He's not paying me. Check him out when you get a chance. He's got a lot of stuff sports related, baseball, a lot of Yankee stuff, a lot of Aaron Judge stuff right now. Check him out when you get a chance. Thanks, Darren. Let's get started with these errors. There's quite a few in the set. This is the third year that Upper Deck made cards, and they still had a lot of the same type of errors, little weird spelling errors and stuff, where it looks like they had like a kid typing the bios on the back of the cards. Let's get started on those today. Starting out with card number 12, Brian Barnes. The word draft is missing on the back. It says he was in the June 1989, but it should be the June 1989 draft. They just left the word out. That was not corrected. Andujar Cedeno, number 23. Not really an error. I put this under the trivia column. He is shown batting lefty when he's actually a right-handed batter. Card number 25, Steve Decker of the Giants. This is an uncorrected error. It says he went to Lewis and Clark College. Well, this one's kind of petty. He actually went to Lewis Clark College. There should be a dash between them, not an and. Big whoop, right? Card number 53, Todd Van Poppel. Rookie card. This is an uncorrected error. It should be born in Hinsdale, Illinois, and it should be James Martin High School. Two errors there. I think it's a John Martin High School instead. So little errors. They did not correct either one of those. Card number 56. Now this one's really interesting. Chris Johnson rookie card. On the back, it shows him being called Tim. Now it's really weird because they called him Tim, and then later in the bio, they called him Chris. And then at the end, they called him Tim again. They just keep forgetting his first name for some reason. That was kind of funny. Card number 70, Greg Blosser. The last line says were, but it should be where. They got the wrong word in there. Candy Maldonado, 138. Okay, this one's cool. So if you haven't heard of this one, you're going to be in for a treat here, I think. So there's Candy Maldonado. Looks like he's throwing his helmet, but he's not. Now on the back is where the issue is. So I'll throw up some scans here. There's Candy Maldonado fielding a ball, but look in the back. That's Corey Haim back there, a young Corey Haim child star. Troubled guy, troubled past, drug problems. He got sick and died. They ruled it not as a drug overdose, but whatever the case. Corey Haim, childhood star. Pretty cool one. So just a trivia card, not truly an error card in any way. Jose Uribe, wrong date of birth. There we go again. He's on every list. Brian Downing, number 231. Now this one's cool. You can get it with or without the position on the front. The bottom corner should say DH for designated hitter. Card number 246, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. On the back it has Comiskey Park. Well, that's not an error, but they misspelt Comiskey. They didn't put an E in near the end of it. 253, Rafael Valdez. Wrong date of birth. Card number 309, Milt Thomas. This one's a cool error. I don't actually have this one. Well, I have a corrected one. On the back, over the 86 stats along the back, they have a little fish eye, like a little print defect, but it was actually mass produced. So you can get there's a lot of these out there. Not very many because it definitely is worth some money. So if you have one of those, look for it and don't sell it. Don't get rid of it. Number 265, Sammy Sosa. We know this guy has the wrong date of birth on there. And moving on to 311, Luis Salazar. On the back, on his name, there's a little circle around the eye. Well, this is the correct. You're not seeing it on this one. There's a circle around the eye. I couldn't find an example of that one, but also kind of a rare one if you get it. Number 317, Dante Bichette. Heavy hitter, good guy. Did kind of get in some PEDs, father of Bo Bichette. On the back, it says that he had 12 assists. Well, the word assist is spelt wrong. I'm going to throw up a scan there. Maybe I can focus too. They put an extra S in assists. Number 330, Steve Finley. wrong date of birth. Lee Smith, number 348. They had the wrong career totals on his innings pitch. It should be 918.2. It has 919.1. Big deal. Number 471, Sean Bosky. They misspelt depleted on the back in his bio. Marquise Grissom, 477. Part of the Expos triple threats. When he's talking about Delino DeShields, his teammate, they misspelled DeShields. Danny Tartable, 523. Should be born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. They did not have the right place of birth for him. And 536, Larry Walker, Hall of Famer. They forgot to put the comma after Expos on the bio on the back. I'll throw up a scan of that one. Number 555, Ken Griffey Jr., another Hall of Famer. We know this guy. Now on the back, there's an error. It took me a little bit of research to find out exactly what that was. It says he came in second in the All-Star voting, but he was actually first in All-Star voting. The previous year, he was second place behind Jose Canseco. But that was an error on the back. They did not correct that. Number 636, stolen base leaders. We got Ricky Henderson and Lou Brock there. You can get it with or without the date. So those are considered variations, not errors. No extra value on those. Mike Bell, number 644, born in Lewiston, New York. But on the back it says New Jersey. Number 672, Reggie Harris. Uncorrected error. They misspelled opportunity. They spelled it O-P-P-U instead of an O-P-P-O. So kind of a silly error. I guess spell check just wasn't a thing in 91. I don't know. Number 746, Reggie Jefferson. He's actually a righty, but on the back it shows him with a lefty glove, so apparently he's throwing lefty, but I don't know if that's truly an error because he actually bats both. Moving on, 755, Jeff Bagwell, another Hall of Famer. His strikeouts and bases on balls, so his walks, are actually reversed on the back of his stats. They just got the two numbers backwards. Kind of a strange one there. And that's it for the list. Next, we're going to talk about a strange issue that affects almost every card in the set, and that's with the holograms on the back. Now, if you remember in 1989, Upper Deck was the first one to put holograms to stop counterfeiting of cards. Well, they didn't have any problems with them until the 91 season. Now, every year they had different shapes of holograms and different types of holograms if you looked at them really close. And in this year, they had a lot of problems where they were putting the wrong holograms on different cards. At least 5 different variations of these holograms can be found. Building master sets can be super hard because if you're trying to get every variation of each one, you're sitting there with a magnifying glass. It's not easy to do, and holograms don't photograph very well, so it's hard to show you. But I'm going to attempt to break that down. I thought about making this a whole separate video. Oh my gosh, it would be a pretty dry, boring video. So just hang in there, guys. I'm going to break it down real easily here for you. It's kind of a rabbit hole looking for these variations, but I was able to find 5, even though there is a debate whether there's more out there or not. Okay, so one of the foil variations of the holograms in the 91 Upper Deck could be the 1990 Major League Baseball Upper Deck one, where it was just from the previous year. Now, normally it's round shaped with crisp letters, and it'll actually have baseballs on it on the hologram. Here's a picture of that one. You can also find the 1991 Major League Baseball one. Of course, that would be the appropriate one for that year. That's the most common one that you find. It's kind of a home base shaped, has crisp letters. This one actually has a 91 on it. So if you do a little magnifying glass, you see little 91s for the year. And you see them reversed also, so it looks like 16s as well. So if you see a 16 on there, don't be alarmed. It's the correct one. You also see 90 through 91 hockey holograms. Yeah, no joke. Now, they should be puck-shaped, but they cut them in the same home base shaped. And it has 90s on it for the year. It actually has hockey sticks printed in the background. They're like crossed hockey sticks. And it's hard to see. You got to sit there for a while to see them. You can also find the 91 comic ball. Now, that's the other set that Upper Deck came out with that had Warner Brothers, like comic characters, right? This hologram also showed up on baseball cards in the 91 set, where in bold letters it says Upper Deck. The foils are normally rounded on the comic ball, but they're home base shaped on this. It actually has pictures of carrots. Now, that's kind of a Bugs Bunny reference there. And there's one more, 1992 Major League Baseball. Now, wait a second, that hadn't even come out yet. So they literally had holograms from the next year of cards, and those are also in the home base shaped, but the pattern is just the Upper Deck logo. So not a year, not any other picture, just the Upper Deck logo. So those are all of the holograms that you can find for that. There's one other guy online that said that you can find the 91 Upper Deck hologram logos reversed. So I wasn't able to confirm that one, so I'm going to leave it there. And that's it. That rounds out our list. Lots of hologram errors and lots of errors in general in the set. Most of them not corrected at all. Guys, I hope you're liking and subscribing. If you're new here, I'd love to see you as a subscriber. Leave some comments down below. Hate comments? I don't care. I'll reply to you. And if you guys have any questions, let me know as well. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Friendly or not, I'll reply to you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I just got stung.